At 57, Leslie Mullins is part of a group he never expected to join. He's a breast cancer patient.
Now, the Madison married father of two says breast cancer wasn't even a part of his thought process. But now he knows that men, too, can be at risk. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with more on his story.
And Sine and Tom, Leslie has really learned a lot in his crash course on living with breast cancer. And he's sharing his story because he wants men to hear it. Because when he felt a knot in his chest, he did what many guys would do. Nothing. For a year. And that may have cost Leslie his chance to catch his cancer early before it had begun to spread.
Hey. Like a lot of guys, Leslie Mullins has never been a big fan of lab tests or checkups.
Leslie did not like the doctor at all.
Mr. Mullins?
So when the now 57-year-old felt a knot in his breast back in 2011, he didn't get it checked. He weighed it and Googled it.
And pretty much they says, as far as breast cancer, it was like 99.9% not going to be. And if you felt of it, if it felt smooth, if it felt a certain way, more than likely it was a cyst. And then my wife just kept at me, well, why don't you just at least see about it? Maybe it's nothing.
So after a year, the Morgan County native did get a physical. And at the very end, he told his doctor about that lump.
And he looked at it and he poked at it and he says, I don't like it.
Suddenly, Mullins was having a mammogram, then an ultrasound, then a breast biopsy.
While I was waiting on the results to come back, it's not going to be breast cancer. It's going to be something else.
But this wasn't something else. This was breast cancer, stage 2.
I remember sitting on our front porch and just being shocked, just like a meteor had hit the earth or something. It was just a very hard time.
And Cancer Treatment Centers of America oncologist Dr. John McKnight says male breast cancer is extremely rare. Men have a 1 in 1,000 lifetime risk, women a 1 in 8 lifetime risk. So breast cancer just isn't on most men's radar screen.
If a man had trouble urinating and he's 70 years old, somewhere in the back of his mind he's thinking about prostate cancer. But breast cancer, we just got to get the awareness to a level where we can diagnose it early, where people can be aware of it.
Mullins underwent a mastectomy, chemotherapy, and radiation. Still, last year he learned his cancer had spread to his bones and was now stage 4.
The hardest part was really watching him go through the chemo and the radiation. It's very difficult to watch that.
Dr. McKnight says men need to know if they have a family history that could raise their risk of breast cancer, and they need to know the symptoms.
We look for a painless lump that's not going away. We look to see if the skin is changing in appearance or contour or feel. We look to see if the nipple is changing its direction.
Mullins says his cancer isn't in remission, but it's not growing either.
The outlook is good, and I'm almost 5 years into being here.
And he's hoping his story will make other men more aware of their own risk.
If you notice something, don't ignore it. It deteriorates fast.
And Dr. McKnight says if you're a man who has a close or first-degree relative diagnosed with breast cancer before the age of 55, you need to talk to your doctor. You may need to be screened for breast cancer and followed a little bit more closely. And he says if you're a man who notices a change in the appearance or the texture or the shape of your breast, don't wait. Get it checked out.